I haven't. It's only stayed from plot 42. Bloody mum's gone quick. It's 28th of bloody September. It only seems 5 minutes since I did my last one, which was end of August. That's the problem with doing it at the end. Then you're going to wait till the end of next month. But I don't think much is going to change this month. But to be fair, I can't remember what I did last month. But since the last one, I've done bits and bobs. You're coming to today, you're thinking, well, you haven't even done that. But like the usual, nothing's happened down here. Everything's still in one piece. No one's pinched it. The manure, I think I mentioned last time that was here. Started taking some more manure from there. And fill the beds up with that. So I think last year when I filled the beds up with it, it was in the same year I planted everything. But I think this year I want to try and get the stuff onto the plots, leave it over winter, let it soak in, do whatever it wants to do, and see how it goes. So sunflower. For the October, it's nearly October and it's got some sunflowers. These are the ones that I planted in pots. Forgot all about them. Then I thought I'll just plant them, see how they go. Because they all just died off. He's died up to here. So I just repotted them. Well, I just shoved it in and just hope for the best. But no. I don't know how long they'll last when it's cold, but it's something nice to look at. Potatoes. Need to get them dug up. Not much happening on there. Corn. A lot of it's bolted at the beginning, so got some more to check and take home off there. Cabbages. But he's just got hit by the caterpillars and that lot. It's all shot to pieces. Not happening on these. Sprouts. I need to lift the netting up on there because they're getting a bit squashed. So no, they're getting a bit big them. I didn't even think of planted sprouts. They might not even be bloody sprouts. I can't remember what I planted. But you can see all the white, as long as you do it, all the white fly in there. Cabbages, decent one there. And I think there's one there I can take. Beds, most of them have been weeded. And some of them, the one that, I filled this one up again. I took off some of the dry stuff and put it onto the beds over there where the apples are gooseberries. But it's still moist underneath, so that's good. So to be fair, I was happy with the produce that I got. So it's the first time I've tried this chicken manure rotted down. The good thing is that if I planted it normally in the soil like that, it was just rock hard, and everything. If it had a bit of rain, they would have been just sat in the water. Everything would have just been sat there. But with the manure, it's dry on the top, so but it kept everything underneath moist, so which was good really. The roots had to dig a little bit further to get some anchor points, but it was pretty good. So at first I was going to take all the top off, all the dry stuff, but so it has protected it. If I didn't have it on, it'd look like that plot there. So it's worked. So I think it was just this plot here that didn't have anything on it. But I've been weeding it and hoeing it, so it hasn't dried out as much. But as you can see, I need the beds doing. So that's on my agenda. So not happening on there. So all the onions are up. That just need that's still got. I don't think I put much onto that one, but that's got the soil and a bit of manure underneath. But you could do with a little tiller, battery tiller, just to turn it over. But if I don't, then I'll just keep filling up and filling up. Raspberries, not raspberries, gooseberries. So a bit of dry stuff soil I'm just going to stick onto here and just mulch it. Normally I mulch it with leaves, but so I might as well just throw it onto there and we'll reuse it. Apples, still got a few to take. So some have dropped off with a bit of wind, what I've had. I need to get this rubbish sorted out, find out what I need and what I don't need. So also then I've got the Irish fencing, need to hide it somewhere so people don't pinch it. People have been asking about it. Polytunnel, peppers and chilies. Peppers haven't done too good. Got a few chilies, so I'll take them. Onions, I've took some off there. What I've been hanging up, I've got a few there to bag up, and I've just bagged some up there. So I've got 3 bags of these up to now. But there's only, there's not very much, up to about here. So I've got 3 bags. So there's a few, but not for what I planted. So, but I was just concerned that if I left them, someone will just come in and just help themselves. Even though when I planted the strung onions up, got rid of all the bad ones, you can tell by leaving them up, some of them are starting to rot again underneath. So, I mean, like that one, it's soft as hell. So it's a good job. I didn't put my tool back because they'd just be rotting underneath. You wouldn't see them, they'll just rot everything else. So I still may lose some more, but hey-oh, you live and learn. So there's the ones that I've picked up today, which are no good. If I took them all home, cut the tops off, I can use them, but I'm not going to be able to use that many in one go to save them. So I think the manure has worked on the onions. So it's one of the things. If I didn't plant loads, then I wouldn't have many to pick. So most of the time it is onions that I plant. So I've got these 3 bags at home. I'll put in the shed. I'll give them to the kids. And if they want any more, then I'll give them some more. And that's that down here. So rhubarb's just dying back now. I really need to dig that up. I've been saying it for the last 5 years and move it around. Raspberries. So I did cut some of them back to call the dead bits out. You just got to keep it tidy best I can. Pears, I've had a few pears, but came one day and they'd all fallen off. So I've just let nature have them out as well. Pond, as we're not having a hose pipe, we can't use a hose pipe. Pond's quite low, so they're getting a bit of algae on there. So what I had to do, I probably could have added an hose pipe, but I'm not taking the chance. I had to go down to the bottom. We've got like a water trough at the bottom. Put a 25 litre bucket in, one of these buckets. Fermenters, 25 litre, 30 litre wet fermenter. Filled it up with water, put it in a wheelbarrow, bring it down and pour it in. So I did a few trips and it filled it up, so which I'll probably have to do again. Tomatoes, most tomatoes have been picked. I've just come down tonight, got rid of most of the dead ones. I've got a few here, not many, so a lot of them are split. A few green ones on there and the green ones on there, so they might ripen up. I took some home the other day. Well, I took probably a layer in one of them trays, and I'm thinking, what can I make? I had a quick search online, and I made a tomato and an egg and basil, spinach, ricotta. Well, that was a recipe, but I had to readjust it for what I had. Bloody hell, it was real nice. To be fair, I shouldn't have been so greedy. I had it over 2 days, but I should have maybe had it over 3 days. The tomatoes were a bit sickly after a bit. I should have just had maybe a quart of it and had it with something else. But I'm definitely going to do that again. It was real nice. I had ricottas in it. Well, ricotta tomatoes in it. Didn't have no ricotta, so I put a bit of ordinary cheese in. Onions. But I think I put most of the stuff in, even had spinach. But that was shop bought spinach. And that's happening down here. I need to tidy up down here. Compost bin come free. One that's died back a bit more. I shoved that on the compost heap. Plan for down here. Got given a couple of barrels. So what I'm going to do with them is clear all this out. So that they're full of, last year before, it's compost. That's full of compost. So I'll move that out, clear it all out, level it all off. I don't know what I'm going to put on the floor at the moment, but I'm going to put these along the side and do the same like I've done on there. Put a pipe on. So when the water fills that one up, it'll fill that, then it'll just go along and fill one, and fill it all the way around. Like I said, I've got a green one at the bottom that's been there since I've been here. And I think if I move it, it might crumble. So I've got 2 there to start off there. Just look over there. I've got 2 at that end there. I've been there for a while, so I'll empty all them, shove them in there. So there's 4. So that should be all right. That bin's knackered because we've got a crack halfway down. can't really use that one because it's got a tap on the front, but it just leaks. Anyway, so that's the plan for them. Come back next year and they'll still be sat there. If I don't use them there, someone will just come and take them anyway, so I might as well use them for myself. When one of the pallets are there, next to there's bramble bushes, there is another bucket barrel in there as well. That's been there since day one. Just not moved it. The plan was to leave them down there, and then I could water at that end, but it's just easy just walking to the trough at the front. So anyway, that's me done and dusted. Yeah, I think I'll just leave you to it then. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks when I do the next one. Cheers.